Well, hello, and welcome back. We're doing some golang today. Yes! It's always good when we get to do golang, isn't it? Okay, so, let me see where I'm at here. We're going to have a good 3-hour stream, I hope. Fancy transition. Oh, did I not do that last time? Were we not that cool last time? Hey, Bad Cop, what's up? It's good to see you around. Ah. Yeah, that's my transition. There it is. Okay. So, where did I last leave this thing off? I think that we got this done. I think that this should be in a pull request. Update build plus deploy. No, it's not a pull request. Okay, so there's a few things that we need to do. One, there's a few different branches and we need to figure out how to consolidate them. That might be what's next, or it might not be what's next. I'm not really sure, but this has been done. This is on a branch. I don't remember which branch it is, but we did. Well, I need to double check. I think we finished with the transition away from enums. There might be one more enum that we need to transition from, but I don't think so. I think we transitioned away from the enums, and then now what we need to do is basically just make all of the data writable by any authenticated user with privileges. So we're not burning all the access controls, but the idea was that this was going to be data that was more safely guarded, that you couldn't muck with. But because we don't actually know how much we want to muck with it, what we're going to do is, it's not so much removing controls as just adding in more endpoints so that the data can be manipulated and saved without much supervision. And then once we understand better how the data needs to be manipulated and saved, then we'll update that. But before we get started, I've got a nice warm Mountain Dew that needs to become an ice warm Mountain Dew, and there's a little bit of water in here that I need to dump out. So give me a few seconds, I'll be right back. Just at the door here. Now remember, there's a song, Red Solo Cup, I Fill You Up. Red Solo Cup, it's time to party. And then a little later on it says, and you, sir, do not have a pair of, and I don't remember what the edited version says, vegetables? I think, yeah, the edited version is, you, sir, do not have a pair of vegetables if you prefer drinking from glass. For the record, I don't prefer drinking from glass, although I don't know that I prefer drinking from a red Solo cup either. I prefer drinking from the can, but in this case, the can's gotten a little warm, so we got to do what we got to do, right? We got to make do with what we have. That's so weird. Whoa. Oh, no! Wow. Those cans are bigger on the inside. Compare the two. I guess they're the same, but the can makes it look bigger. Oh, that's so strange. That's so strange to drink from glass. Okay. So, endpoint to add new enum. This can't be done reasonably with SQL C, so closing via, and then what was the not via as much as per. Just one second. Okay. I just had a message I had started replying to earlier, and I just wanted to finish it real quick. Okay, so we got that one. We're opening up this. I'm going to get into this folder now. We're going to go into projects. Is this under API or is it reports v2? That's where it is. And we got the enum CRUD. Oh, what is this? I left this in an uncommitted state. Oh, I was just putting some to-dos in there. All right, let's see. What does this say? Update model, migrate, convert. Okay, great. Did you try GPT-4? Yeah, no, I didn't. I am so not interested. Sorry. I don't even care. There was all this buzz about ChatGPT, and then, you know, it turns out to be amusing, but not really all that great. I've read tons of GPT-2 and GPT-3 articles that are from those, you know, best review sites, and seen them on ESPN and Fortune 500 and all that, which, by the way, there's a book called Rise of the Machines, and it talks about how GPT, I think it's the Rise of the Machines. It might have been it was either Economic Singularity or Rise of the Machines, one of those two. It talks about how this ChatGPT stuff has been used for decades already. You know, we're just finding out about it because Microsoft bought it, and now Microsoft is trying to take it in a different direction. You know, before, it was basically used for ghostwriting articles, and, you know, mostly you can't tell because it's all just, you know, buzzword bingo anyway, but occasionally you can tell because the buzzwords don't match up with one another. Like, I read a review for a vacuum that said, it listed a bunch of good qualities about the vacuum, and then it said, but the buyer beware. And then it went on to list more good qualities, and I thought, GPT. I mean, I knew that it wasn't somebody actually reviewing the vacuum. I was just scanning through keywords and clicking on the links, which is what they get paid for with the affiliate links and whatever. The primary purpose of JetGPT, or GPT anything, just so we're all clear, is to take a data set of Amazon reviews and then spit out an article with links to the Amazon products matching those reviews. That is its primary purpose. That is why we can't search nice things anymore, because search is overrun with auto-generated text. And now, at least Google's not smart enough to figure out the difference. Maybe Microsoft will be, since they're the ones that own the technology that's creating all the text. They might be able to find kind of signals in the noise that let them know, oh, ignore this article because it's not real. Of course, then advertisers wouldn't like that very much, and it would be at odds with what Microsoft, the product that Microsoft bought. So we'll see. Okay, anyway, enum CRUD. I need to figure out what this PR is about. I need to figure out what these branches are. That's what we need to do first. Sorry, I lied. This is what we're going to do first. So, where are we at here? None of this really matters. It says it's got a production branch, but the production branch is kind of meh. Yes, it is in production, but at the same time, it just doesn't matter. Okay, prefer PG URL over DB URL. This makes sense. Add a port flag. This makes sense. Okay, nothing earth-shattering in here. Auto deploy. Alright, and what were we doing here? This probably needs to be updated. I'll think on it. I think I'm going to go in here and turn this into POSIX scripts rather than being a half-breed of Bash. That shouldn't take too much time. Let's see, bin, building for blank on blank. Okay. All right, I'm not going to go through and update all these things. I think I see what I was doing here. Okay, so this could deploy on its lonesome, but it also can deploy... Oh, dang it. Do I need to update the other deploy scripts? I need to get these deploy scripts under control. Yeah, POSIX is the good stuff. Port it all! Okay. Yeah, watermarking the output, that's an interesting concept. How do you watermark text that's been generated? Because people are going to copy and paste it primarily. So they give GPT a prompt, it writes an article, and they give it some sources or something. It writes an article about sports stats, about Michael Jordan's history, whatever. And then the person curates it and culls it. And in one of the earlier experiments, there was this thing about musical numbers written by, I think it was Hello World with Hannah Fry, if I remember correctly, where she goes into this. And I think that's the one that it is. I mean, there's a lot of books and docuseries and stuff that I've watched on this over the years. So, but I think it was Hello World with Hannah Fry, where they talk about the play that was generated by AI, which was probably GPT-1 or whatever at that time, and musical numbers that were generated by it. And you can tell, but they kind of gloss over the fact that none of it was really generated by AI. AI generated the sentences, and then it was a human that pieced together the sentences in a particular way. So it wasn't AI wrote the play, it was AI, given several different prompts and many iterations, generated the sentences that were used to construct the play. And then same with the musical melodies. The musician actually curated and selected which was the junk and which was good. But, yeah. Okay, so out of here... This one, the git deploy, I think I should update. The bin build, I think I should update. Bin build is cool here. Alright, so over these two things were super easy to say, yes, this is the right way. So that should be done first, for certain. So let me check out build. Oh, whoops. I'm gonna do a git add here, and we're just gonna do git commit whip add to dos. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and push that up. That's gonna be fine. And I'm gonna go to main build. So git checkout, or not main build. Okay. Let's pull this down and see what we have. And let's get rebase main. See what we have here, and then git push F, see what this becomes. Oh, okay, cool. So apparently apparently that's already in there. So whatever good that did. I'm going to check out main real quick. Well, so here's the thing. Why would you do bash? You have to ask yourself this question. Why would you do bash? And the answer is probably, well, because you haven't availed yourself to a proper interactive shell, and you think, I'll kill two birds with one stone. I'll write bad scripts in a bad shell. But you could make your life better. You could write good scripts for a scripting shell, and you could use an interactive shell for interactive things. And so you could have the two separate. And you could never script in your interactive shell, and you could only script in your POSIX shell. And then all of your stuff would run in Docker and all of the different environments, and everything would be butterflies and rainbows until you realize you have to use a case switch for matching, and then you feel a little bit weird about it, but you get over it pretty quick because it's okay. You have to use a switch case for pattern matching. Meh, there's worse things in life you have to deal with. And then the syntax isn't so confusing because everything's consistent. You don't have the little bashisms here and there where it's kind of POSIX-y, but kind of not, and kind of weird, and you have to learn all the nuance. You can get rid of all that. Don't worry about the nuance. Just learn POSIX and be happy. I'm so glad that I did. I was resistant to it for a very long time, but once I got on the POSIX path, oh my goodness, so much simpler, so much better. Love it. It's POSIX script is about half the size of Bash, and it just eliminates all the confusing crap. That's not all of it. There's still a little bit of it left over, but most of the stuff that's confusing about shell scripting is the Bash stuff. And once you understand the POSIX stuff, it's great. The other thing is use fish for your interactive shell. Or if there's another shell that's better, I hear there's the new shell. I think it's called new shell. There's something else. If there's something else that works better for you, by all means, use it. But as far as I can tell, fish just seems to be the best shell available for interactive shell. What kind of development do I do? Look, bad cop. I'm the bad cop now. Whoa! I don't know what sound effect I would use for that. I was going to hit a sound effect, but I actually don't know which one. Yeah. We'll just throw this one in here. It's been a while. All right. What kind of development do you do? How dare you? Bash runs pretty much everywhere now. This is false. So this would have been true 10 years ago, right? So 10 years ago, this was the argument that I followed. Bash runs everywhere. Use Bash. But it doesn't. It doesn't. Because now we have even more variety of systems. We've got more BSD out there, you know, and you've got Mac and you've got Linux, and between BSD, well, there's Mac is BSD, but you know, between the Windows, Mac, and Linux, POSIX is the common factor between them. And yes, Windows does some POSIX-y things. Not enough of them. But the standard POSIX tools are installed now, or some of them at least. You got your tar, you got your curl. Curl is not technically POSIX, but whatever. But yeah, so you're seeing more and more BSD tools in the ecosystem, and you got Alpine Linux, you got your Docker. Those Alpine is BusyBox. That's what you know, the choice container for Docker is. So it's really important to have the POSIX, because then the stuff just works and you don't have to think about it and worry about it and debug it so much. The confusing parts are the fun parts? No, they're not. Look, there's art and there's work. Okay? You want to paint? Do it at home. You want to be productive? Do it at work. Or do it at home too. I use ZSH as my interactive. You know, and again, if you want to be stuck 20 years in the past, ZSH is great. It's a huge jump forward from being stuck 40 or 60 years in the past. Excellent choice. But if you only want to be, 10 years in the past, fish is great. So, hey, Java Samurai. ZSH, well, I'll let Bad Cop explain. But it's an evolution of Bash, but the problem is it doesn't get away from the readline library, which means that you still have to either hit tab or enter to get any of your autocomplete, and they try to be very vanilla, so when you get it out of the box, it basically doesn't do anything useful, and then you have to do all this configuration, and you end up installing all my ZSH, and then it's really slow. So I don't like ZSH. Once I found out about Fish, I can't go back to ZSH. Because it's just too slow, and it's too much configuration. I just want something, boom, I want it to work. Anyway. Okay, so we got auto deploy, flag, all this stuff is in here, right? Okay, so let me go and look a little bit further down. Ignore root level, how to update deps. Okay, so basically since this... So how do I do a comparison? Oh, that's so weird. Look at that. It's doubled. Is that doubled up because it's doubled up? Oh, no. It's because of the way the terminal's handling it right now. All right, terminal. Calm down. Okay. All right. Here's what I'm going to do. Okay. For the record, this was... But something went weird and the commit log disappeared. And the issue closed. Okay. I just like to have the record. Okay, so we got that out of the way. Now let's do the enum bit. Because I think we are ready to put that in there. Hey, what's up, ForGod? How you doing? Are you here for some Go? Oh. Oh, Shando. Old man. They call me Papa Juji. Oh, sorry. I said that totally wrong. Jushi. Papa Jushi. All right. Jushi. Is that it? I can't remember. I'm mixing languages. Old man of the new year. That's what they call me. They don't call me that. Okay, I need to... What? That seemed like that was really slow for no reason. Alright, so let's do checkout development. Okay, good. Nothing here. All right, I'm just going to get all the branches back up to date. Okay, allow simultaneous deploys. Okay, that actually... This is actually important. I want to get a PR for that. Oh, whoops. I opened that in the wrong browser. Boom. Now it opened in the right browser. All right. Let's see what this commit was about. Yeah, I think that's kind of important. All right, so we're going to check out main, and we're going to grow a multi-instance. But, for the record, doing well. Thanks for asking. Okay. Alright, so we got staging. What other branches do we have here? Do we have demo? I don't see demo on here. We can get rid of multi-instance because we just merged that. We can get rid of build, because we merged that, we can check out what the heck updates is. Add root check, better errors, some utils, test sudo token. That sounds actually like something that we want. So we can bring this back in. So updates looks good. What's feat schema? This is probably scary. Just going through the branches, seeing what's here. Alright, let's just pull whatever the latest on this is. Rebase it. Okay, there's no change between this and main. So and check out main, and then we can just get rid of feat schema. Okay. And that's not what I meant to do. Uh-oh. I meant to do get branch dash D. What the heck is get checkout dash D? Oh, checkout detached. Got it. So check out the top commit, but don't actually put it in the head. That's what that does. All right, I'm going to add another alias here. Set alias GBA equals get branch dash A. Not Game Boy Advance. Okay. What else? Could check out production. Graham. And get cherry-v main. Good. Nothing. All right, we're not going to push this yet, because we're going to get some of the other stuff in there first. All right, GBA, and well, this is a little bright. I'm going to tone that down just a touch. There we go. Burning my eyes out. Little do you know that in the broad daylight, I still have the lights on. Okay. So that leaves us. So we've got our development branch, our main branch. Oh, what is this about? Okay. Okay. Sorry. All right. I thought my phone it started buzzing, but there's actually not, it just did that for giggles, I guess. There's nothing actually happening. Okay, so we're gonna check out the updates branch. What a terrible branch name. That was 100% my fault. Oh, I forgot I made an alias for getlog. Ooh, isn't that nice? I accidentally typed getlog without the space, and look what popped up. All the colors. Okay, in this case, let's keep it simpler. Alright, just to make sure. That's all good. At root check, better errors, some utils. So let me just see. What was this? Get diff. Head 1. Alright, so this one, I've got a little API test. I'm testing a token. I'm either going to find or create a key. So just some utility stuff here. By the way, I haven't mentioned key pairs much because I haven't been doing authentication much, but if you're doing some authentication stuff, key pairs is really, 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 really nice to have, to be able to generate your JWT, generate the server key, be able to sign locally, and I've even used this to do authentication with using GitHub pages, because you can use the GitHub pages to put the JWK's file in GitHub pages, and then you can do authentication where the private key is on your dev machine and the public key is up on a GitHub pages deploy, and you can build, you can use the GitHub pages as your issuer URL, which is a misnomer because it's the verifier URL, not the issuer, because it's where you get the public key, not where a private key does anything. But misnomer aside, I understand why they named it that way. They weren't thinking in a decentralized fashion. They were thinking in a centralized fashion where you wouldn't separate the public and private key and that kind of sense. Regardless, key pairs is great for doing that sort of stuff. So you can generate your JWK, which is your private key, and your public key. You can sign a payload with an expiration and all that, and get a JWS or a JWT. JWS and JWT are the same thing. Just one is the parsed version and the other is the encoded version. You can do verifications. You can get info, and then there's a bunch of just sample data to work with that's paired, so that if you wanted to see what does the stuff look like, there you go. Anyway, I just put a plug for that real quick, and we might be using that later today. We'll see. Okay, and then all right, there's all of this. This mostly looks like test stuff, which is good. Okay, and we have a sudo route. Okay. So this all looks like good things. Git sudo. Git sudo tests required route, yeah. And then we can put return out. So that's got a little bug fix to it. Okay, so this is useful. I'm going to bring this in for sure. I'm 100% on that. And that was what? This one we were looking at is test sudo token. Okay, add root check and better errors some utils. Okay, so I want to take a look at the difference between these two. Let me go back to pull requests here, and we're going to put in pull requests for both of these. MISC updates from ages ago. Now this is sudo route updates from ages ago. Let's go ahead and reconcile all this stuff together. Wait, was that the one that I just looked at? Oh, okay. Darn. I think this is going to come into conflict with some of the other stuff that I did. This is why you don't have long-lived branches for an entire year. Just hanging out. Okay, so I don't think we're going to be any worse off by pulling this in. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it in. All right. There is one change here that I think belongs elsewhere. This is a bug fix. Post ledger record, that return right there. So I'm going to do this. Git reset head 1. Not hard. First, let me just get status real quick. Okay. Git reset head 1. I'm going to stash all that. And then I'm just going to make this change right here to routes.go. Post ledger record. Is if not is root forbidden. This is one of my gripes about Go. It's really easy to have this problem where you forget after writing something to return. I guess that happens in Node too. Okay. All right, this is fix. And I'm not going to be able to apply this here. That's not going to work. Good. I just wanted to make sure. Alright, so we're going to squash this. And we're going to call that feature. I'll push that up. And what was this called? All right, so I think I'm going to go ahead and bring this in because it looks good. Looks like there might have been some fixes in here, whatever. All right, GBA. Get rid of updates. Interesting. Oh, there are quite a few changes. I know why it's taking so long, because I did some vendor updates and stuff in this one. All right. Let's see what it didn't like here. API thing must init. I don't know if this is actually a problem. So I always get confused by this type of stuff from Git. Because you could just put these two together. You're literally adding a function, but it gets all confused. Okay, init, must marshal. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, so that looks good. Let's see what the best way to do this is. So I think the next thing I want to do is actually siphon off the version updates into their own commit. Oh my heavens. Oh. We got to get something figured out about this. This is just insane. This is because some test utility has a WASM binary. Why is it including that? Nobody knows. Shouldn't be there. Look. WASM time. Okay. Git log. Git checkout dash B. Dep bump. Let's try this. Okay. Migrate, yeah. Just do all of this. Bump deps. There we go. All right, so we got that one out of the way. And then let's do this. So this one is going to be move enums to own. Oh, crap. I should have tested that this thing still builds. Let's see if it still builds. Hopefully it does. But when I was doing those rebasings, there were some things that changed, and functionally, from the function perspective, I just added some functions, but those functions may have used things that don't exist anymore. This will tell us. Great. Okay, so now we can do, I'm just going to do this. Git checkout dash B. More CRUD. Git checkout enum CRUD. Migrate record type, update. Okay, and this should all still work from the API perspective. And we're going to pull that into main. All right, great. Okay. Whoops. And now I'm going to open up a PR before I even start on this. Here we are. Now, after half an hour or so, I'm finally ready to do something useful. Maybe. And I need to open up the issues and take a look at what we've got here. So, closed via... There we go. Export list of types. We're not doing any of that stuff. SQL setup notes. This one looks really simple, so I kind of want to do this first. Okay, party type, party role, record type. Yes, we're going to do it. And I think these can be made public. Yes, they can be public. So let's go ahead and finally add some API stuff in here after all of this rebasing. So this project, like I was saying, I've worked on it the past couple weeks, a little bit here and there, but I hadn't touched it for a year, and so a lot of what I was doing was just getting reacquainted with the way that it was. It's probably small enough that if I just started from scratch, I would have done just as well, but yeah, maybe not. All right, must init. Record types, party roles. But I don't have party types? Party type. Okay, let's see. But party type may have been a standalone enum. Let me see. Reports v2 models party type. Okay. Oh, bless me. All right, assessment types. There was something that Dave Cheney said about how to name maps versus arrays, and he was talking about how something about the pluralization, but I don't remember. But he had some strategy that I wish I could remember off the top of my head, because I need record types that's a map, and I also need record types that's an array. Well, maybe it doesn't matter. Hold on. There may be a query that I want from that issue that I just closed. Let me go check this out. Or I'm going to leave that open. Leave that open. Let's go over here. Select enum label. Let's see if I can still... PG connect here. There we go. So instead of record type, what if I just do party type? Cool. All right, so I think that what I'll do, and this will work out for other reasons that I will maybe mention later. Well, I'll probably will if I get to that point. I'll turn this into the query. So we got API queries. Get party types. Context background. If nil not equals error. Panic indeed. Okay, and that doesn't need anything special. We're just going to do this for the sake of doing it, I guess. Or, no, we actually do... I think where I've defined party roles, I'm also going to define party types. Okay, party roles. So I think this is defined in the other file under ledger. There we go. Party types is used to check acceptable values. Alright, so we got that, and then I need to go into the API folder or the queries folder. Where do we have queries at? SQL? Queries? Maybe party? Get party roles. Where does that belong? So I'll put this in the same place as that. CPG code. Oh, whoops. I prefer to have the as keyword in there. Thank you very much. I think this is more confusing than it is helpful. I think I'm just going to simplify this. If we're using it in 10 different places, then I could see it being helpful, but this is just easier just to do it this way without abbreviating things. All right. I'm going to switch the mood of the music. We're going to go from chill back to classical. Or should I do chiptune or ambient? Actually, we haven't done ambient in a while. Let's go back to ambient. I got another copyright notice. Was it yesterday? It makes me so upset. I'm using stream-friendly music, and I get these copyright notices. And then I have to go challenge them. I mean, it's just not worth it. It's just so annoying. It's not worth it. There's just no way to win. No, I don't want ambient. I want classical. That's what I wanted. That's what we're going to do. And again, the link to OC Remix for the musics. Okay, so this is right. Okay. PG enum PG type on enum type ID equals PG type OID. Enum label. Okay. I think this introspection will still work. Let's see about this SQL C stuff. Relation PG enum does not exist. Well, that's not a good sign. I don't think that the quotes are going to make a difference, but they could with the whole identifier versus built-in yada yada. All right, let's try it again. Relation PG enum does not exist. Okay. I think what we do is we just use PGX directly. Let me see how it's used under, what is it, models? Something here. Is under this an API? No. Internal creations. Whoops. That's not what I meant to do. Okay, where was I looking at? I think it may have just gotten deleted. Yes. Okay, that's where it would have been. That's all model stuff. And this one, this creates all the queries. Create ledger record. Okay, and then Q. Where did Q come from? I'm just trying to see if I'm passing this in or... Okay. Queries dbtx. Okay, so that's queries, and queries has db, and so I could just call queries.db directly. I think that's what I'm learning here. There we go. And is this the API package, or was I returning that from somewhere? Okay, we're just gonna we're doing a little hacky-do here because we can't actually pass this in the way that I want to. Oops, stop that. Okay, DB, and then exec. Do we don't want exec? We want query row, I think. Okay, let's do get party roles. Okay, essentially this is what we want to model after. Let's just go ahead and pass it through this way. Get party types. There we go. We'll have get party types like this. Pass in the context background. Alright, CTX goes in here. Oh no. Okay, we go back to this one. We see this kind of thing. And then I need to go into SQL Queries Ledger, and we're going to pull this one out. Okay. So, and this changes from get party roles to get party types. And then we're going to change this to get party types. And this should actually be, what is it, API.queries? Or maybe reports v2.queries. Get party types. Okay. Oh. Oh, junk. How do I get access to that database object? dbtx. Because that is private. So I can't get access to it from there. Alright, well, then wherever I passed in the new, let me go back to this. Dang it. No. That happens here. Queries equals must init Okay, it needs to accept DB pool as well. Okay, let's go back to here for a second. So reports v2 dbtx. Let me go back to routes. dbtx mirrors reports v2.dbtx. Little copying is better than a little dependency. That's the idea there. HTTP success shows only a success message. Alright, now that brings us back to here. But this is actually not right anymore. Okay, API thing. Okay, what's it saying? As reports v2 queries. Okay, there we go. And now this is going to be API. There we go. So we don't need this anymore. Okay, party types is declared but not used. And there we are. And huzzah. All right. I think that closes us out. Let's see. All right, get party types. So now we have a way to get party types. This is probably kind of dumb because we could just hard code this, but I wanted, for parity, I wanted it to be also getting the list from the database. And it doesn't really matter. It's only going to do it once. And if we update the database with the database migration, we don't have to go back and update the code. So there we go. Good. But I don't think we will. I'm pretty sure that we're set in stone on those two types. So tomato, potato. It's better to query the database for the database stuff. All right. So that all said and done, what was this? r.get? Wait, that was from what? From the main function. So all of these are authenticated. But we can make a group that's not authenticated. Okay, just looking at some stuff over here. I don't know why I'm not looking at it on this screen, but I'm going to finish reading it over here and then I'll come back over. I just want to see if it's still, if we still don't have a simpler way. Well, I mean, I guess it's only 3 lines, so it's not that big of a deal. We still don't have a generic function that goes from that's a keys basically. We don't have a map.keys. I want to double check on that. Oh, this is old stuff. That won't have it. Let's see, do we have anything with map? No. I'm just going to check under sort. Okay, no, we don't have it. Okay, it's just copy and paste 3 lines still. That's not a bad deal. Part types. It should be party types. It's about the 10th time I've done that just recently. Okay. So we're going to grab the types. We're going to go over. Oops, that's not what I wanted to delete. Is it not API party types? I thought it was. Let me go check that. That was under... Yeah, I thought it was under API. Oh. It's just at the top level here? Okay, so obviously the routes should go in there. Whoops. I shouldn't be putting the routes into here. It's okay. It's what I'm doing right now. There we go. Hold on. Alright, and we're going to rename this one. Okay, why is it complaining? Oh, it's at the top level here. That's why. Oh, and this is actually going to be like this. And then we're just going to return party types. Alright, so that's what we're actually going to have. And then we're going to use it over here. code party types. We know that can't fail. Cannot initialize one variables. What? Get party types. Oh. Okay, that's good. Okay. Alright, we just do the same thing here. For well, actually we should just get keys. Alright, let me go back over here. Okay. There we go. Actually, I kind of want to take this back a little bit. So we'll just have our keys function. That does not need to have API in it at all. So I'll have a get keys function, and we're just going to call get party types, get keys of party types, and return that. And then we can have that for party roles. Then we can have it for, what was it? There's some other thing that has either roles or types. Record types. All right, there we are. So that's a nice little bit to add here. Okay. And then we'll just add this for party roles. And then for undefined. Okay, where did I just declare keys? Oh, that's right, I didn't. Because I changed it up so that it could be get party roles. And then get party types and get record types. Okay. Okay. So there we are. Now I have... Where did it go? Now I have these exposed. I should double check on that. I know it hasn't been long, but I'm actually feeling like I need a break. Not a good sign. I'm just kind of tired. I think I didn't sleep very well last night. I mean, I was up until 3 a.m., but I didn't get up until 11 or so, so I should have gotten enough sleep, but I'm feeling just kind of burnt. Maybe I will take a nap. And come back to this with more caffeine, you know? That always helps. No one ever regretted having too much caffeine. Not even the dead ones. Okay, now this one, what we could do with this, let's see, party roll. The subsets can kind of be created just on the basis of the suffix. Formation records, employee records, equity records. So I'm not sure about that. I'm going to move this up to here though, just so that it gets some checkboxes that aren't all checked off. Because I could just move that information up a layer and say the record type has extra properties on it. It's not just the list. Well, there's another thing too here. Wait, where was my HTTP results? I think it was in here. I'm going to try this out real quick. Can we take our data of an empty interface and say that it is results? And then I think it's omit empty. Did I do that right? Omit empty. Okay. There we are. So if we go back to this, success true. HTTP result. Okay. Report v2. Okay, got it. Okay, there we are. Okay, let's see. Oops. Alrighty. Get keys, record types. There we go. That's what I actually wanted. was this. And then I wanted to have a similar thing for the other ones. So there's record types. I want to change this into party types. Record, party, boop, and then again with record and party lowercase. All right. And then again with types and roles. And there we are. All right, that's what I really wanted. Okay. And let's see. So I could add extra information there. I don't think I'm going to. But this is a good start. Just get some of the metadata out of the way. And let me just kind of get a descriptor here. Okay, ledger, party. Wait, what about, where are the types? Oh, we haven't deployed the new stuff yet with the types, so this is still the way that it is. Let's go ahead and get that deployed. I think we should be able to get this deployed. Yes, I do look tired. Okay, yeah. All right, so it's not just me. It's not just that I feel tired, it's that I do look tired. Yeah, I think I'm gonna cut the stream a little early and go take a nap. Yeah. I want to get something done before I do, though. I really want to get this done today. So I'll be back on later for it. Because it's not that much I need to do. I just need to create a way to read and write to these, to write to these tables. Oh yeah, so I need to... I guess we could just do a put on this and just replace the whole thing. And that, I don't know if that would work or not. Nah. Pretty much we can add, but we can't remove. Yeah. Account admins. In my defense, I just came in, typed that, and then you yawned. No, I had said before I was feeling a little tired and I might end the stream early. I just don't have the oomph. And that's too bad because now I'm in a good place. The first hour of the stream was mostly me. This is the Go project that I haven't worked at, well, that I've just started working on again after a year. So the first hour of the stream was just going through the different branches and just getting things consolidated so that I have a smooth path forward. So I've not really done a whole lot yet. But I want... Yeah, see? Alright, there goes staging. Alright, there goes production. Which this, like I said, this isn't actually being used in production yet. Or maybe it is. I have to think about that. This might actually be being used in production, but if it is, it's in only a small way, and if I have to revert it, not a big deal. But I should have git tagged what was production before. While we're on that note, hold on, something's in my paste buffer. I don't know what it is. Oh, that's old. That's way old. Okay. Sometimes I just have that nagging feeling something's in my paste buffer, and so then I need to go paste it somewhere. Okay, that's what we did. Schema migrations. ID sequence. Yeah, we don't need to worry about the sequence tables. Just ledger party, party identifier. Wait, where's our identifier table? Do we not have that? We need to make that at some point. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to go check the mail and take a nap. Okay. Okay, where am I at? Oh, so that, yeah, that's all GBA. So we've got development, production, staging. And I don't know if the development server for this is actually running or not. We'll find out soon enough. Alright, more CRUD. Your branch is behind more CRUD by one commit. How is that possible? Oh, I see. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, that doesn't look right. Why does that look so wrong? Weird. Okay. Mixed named and unnamed parameters? Really? I don't know what is going on there. This is very confusing to read. Okay, is this the function? Okay, this is the function. Okay. Okay, now it's happier. That was a weird looking one. I'll give it that. Okay, I think we also need to do puts on these that we're not ready for yet. Or post. Oh, right. Brackets. Party role. Party type. Record type. And those should probably be changed around to party role get, party role create, or something like that. Okay, so this is my next to do. Yeah, this is just a good small thing to get things going. Okay. I got that one. And then I think okay, these are all going to be sudo level. They affect everything. Oh, oops, those were just meant to be something else. I don't know why there was two of those. Two sets of those. Whoops. Alright, let me see what else I've got that I need to do. Yeah, I think I'm just going to end it early. Give me another minute. I'm going to take another minute just to kind of plan for the next session, but I just need to take a break. It's too early to need to be taking a break, but I got to do it. I want to be happy and bright and doing my best work. And I can't do that with this attitude. Okay, ledger, ledger party, party identifier. Okay, particularly, we need to have basically a put for ledger ID. So anybody who's got control of that, okay, yeah, this is right. So what I have here, this is already there. But just gonna give it full control. Org ID, record ID, but we also need not just org ID, because it needs to be party ID, and a party could be an org. I have to think on that, the way that's supposed to go. But we need to be able to establish a relationship between a ledger item and a party and an identifier. Because a party could be an org or not. Could be an org or a person. That's what a party can be. So, in the context of this, it's like a business entity exists in a legal sense. So a business entity can make an agreement. There's a signatory for a business entity, but the business entity in of itself can make an agreement. And so that's why both business entities and individual humans can be related to a record item, because this is representing some sort of legal transaction, typically. All right, so we got ledger, ledger party, party identifier. I'm just gonna put those out for right now. Just kind of list that. Okay, party ID. Okay. Then we have two types of relationships. We have the relationship between the ledger and the party is a, what would we call that? What's another word for that? The relationship between a record agreement, maybe? And then the other thing that we have is the relationship between a party and an identifier. And the identifier could be something like an email address or phone number. I think that actually would be identifiers. I don't remember exactly what this was supposed to be. So I just want to keep this around because it's not going to hurt anything. And this may actually need something more. This might be... I think it's something like that. Oh, and we still need to do the Twilio stuff with getting the phone number set up. Okay. Well, thanks for joining in. I'm going to go because I'm slogging and I'm not, I can't continue and do my best work. So if you want to see me when I'm more alive, come back later. Like, sub, follow if you want to. Like right here. Yeah, there we go. Right there. Right there. Like, sub, follow if you want to. If not, I understand why. I'm not very, I'm a little right now. And I am out. So, have a good one. Adios. Oh, and I probably should do the raid thing. Let me check and see if there's anybody to raid. Oh, that's weird.